is a destination designed for everybody, close enough to the city. So the idea with this new system of work now is you can work anywhere. And I think what's going to happen is people are definitely going to be living here a while and living in Manila and vice versa. So the idea is to come up with an affordable dream, maybe a 200-300 square meter lot ranging from 2 to 4 million, where you can build a 5 million home. And definitely that's going to be very functional if you have the airstrips, the ferries, and as you can see, the 9-hole golf course right now, which will be expanding to additional 9 holes every 2 to 3 years over a 10-year period, which should house around 54 holes over that time frame. Camaya Golf Course offers a very different proposition because of, first, we really made sure that we designed the golf course before the residential lots. So we wanted to make sure that, of course, like any real estate development, you want as much lots as possible. But we created a stern focus on making sure that it's a proper 9-hole, knowing that it's going to be 18 moving forward, market-driven. And then once the golf course is there, we understood that you position it correctly, you will be facing the sea and Mount Mariveles at your back. So at any point that you look at it, and it has a different feel in the morning and in the afternoon. So if you're finishing up your 9-hole game or your 18-hole game by around 5:30, you will be greeted by a fantastic view of the sunset reflecting by the sea. So I think the most important thing here is a lot of our buyers originally were not golfers, which includes me. Okay, so I'm just still at the early stage of learning how to play, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to fall in love with this game like everybody else. So the idea with this golf course is it provides that unique proposition of the views. And we also understood that a lot of the buyers initially would not be golfers, but then everybody's trying to learn it and everybody's enjoying it, I think the same way that all the other golfers around the world are enjoying it. Well, actually, our first 9 holes were very happy and pleased on how it came about. The designers, John Cove and everybody did a good job, the shapers, and we retained the right amount of trees. So with the proper 9 holes set in play, we will be building additional 9 holes every 2 to 3 years in stations 1, 2, and 3 of Camaya Coast, with a clear vision of having, actually the second 9 hole will be at station 2. So the idea is your first 9 will be here, and you will bring your golf cart down to the port area, you transfer to a boat. This is where you have your coffee, tally your score, and all the other things that golfers like talking about in between the first nine holes. Then you're greeted on the other side by another golf cart. You transfer your bags there, and you finish the the second 9 hole in a totally different environment. Then continuing on, we add 9 holes to each over the next couple of years. So I think for golfers, this is definitely going to be a very unique proposition, and we're very excited for golfers to experience it. So far, we're pretty happy with what we hear from the people who have played here, and we're looking forward to having other people visit and experience the same thing for themselves. Honestly, golf is only one of the attractions that's going to be here. Of course, the beach is one of them, and originally the golf wasn't the main integral part of what we were building. But now we understand that with all of these things put together, and with probability of city development, meaning actual living here, we really foresee it to be a bustling city, but not with the problems of traffic and everything else. And with the connections of the ferry running Manila daily, and the Corregidor and all the other destinations, and the airstrip soon in place by, let's just say, latest end 2022. We should also have some minor commercial flights using ATR 42s. So we could probably be one of the most convenient ways to get to Boracay or Palawan for that matter. Not putting into perspective the fact that it could be one of the most affordable connections using a ferry in a plane. But the thing there is, it becomes platform. The whole thing becomes platform, and we still have enough commercial area to develop in this segment. And if I forgot to mention, we are a free port, so there are advantages on tax incentives in locating here for a general tourism approach. But at the end of the day, there will also be other businesses here that will probably be a functional economic activity. Like the airstrips will have flying schools, and then by creating the Golf Town commercial, we're probably going to attract some business process BPOs and other businesses of similar nature. So all in all, I think it's going to be a city development like never before. If there's a real template for it, we're reading what the market wants. And of course, because of the pandemic situation, actually became much more resilient, and even us as a company understanding the efficiency required to survive this. But I think we've heard the more of the difficult parts of the pandemic, and we're now gearing towards probably an exponential growth, understanding that the human behavior has gone through a natural. It's not changing. It's just a natural evolution in hyperspeed, and I think we're there. We're going to be there to catch it, and Camaya will be one of the platforms that will be able to capitalize and maximize on what people really want, on how they want to live in the future. I think Camaya is worth a visit because it's so close to Manila. It doesn't cost an arm and a leg. You can go for a day trip. You can stay overnight. It'll probably cost you less than the other, and we're probably the closest white sand beach of this quality to Metro Manila in the most convenient way using the ferries. And if you're living in Region 3 and with the new developments in Manila as well, the new skyways, it's pretty simple. It's simple, it's close, it's affordable. So there's no reason not to try. And I think at the end of the day, the romance of the sea is timeless. So if you can get to a place like this within an hour and a half or two, you should try.